everybody doing on this fine night, or whenever you're watching this? Today we are going to be checking out 5 cool tips that I had come up with. 3 of them are going to be picking, and the other 2 are going to be patterns. So let's get right into it and check it out. Alright guys, tip number 1, we are going to start looking at palm muting. And if you don't know what palm muting is, it's basically where you take the palm of your hand, right about here, and you place it just over the bridge of your guitar. And so what that does is that sort of mutes your strings out a little bit. And when you're playing, it can do a lot. It can add a lot of heavy attitude, or it can just mute the strings you don't want to have ring out. This has done a lot for my playing, and it takes a lot of skill, honestly. It really adds character to your playing, and it really makes your playing yours. A lot of people can mute in different ways. A lot of people pick in different ways. Palm muting is what makes your guitar playing yours. We'll look at a few demonstrations, and let's look at that next. Alright guys, here we go. On the first demonstration, I'm going to do straight down picking, no palm muting. Let's listen to the difference. Next part, we're going to do palm muting, which is, again, just resting your palm of your hand straight over that bridge. Listen to the difference. Next, we are going to check out a little kind of gallop with and without palm muting. The first one will be without. This next one will be with palm muting. Alright guys, that is it for tip number 1. Alright guys, for tip number 2, we're going to look at down picking. Down picking can add a lot of attack to your playing versus straight alternate, which that'll be in our next little bit of a clip. Down picking adds that just little bit of oomph to your playing. It really defines the attack of whatever you're trying to do. A lot of players, namely James Hetfield, is absolutely known for his down picking. What he can do is beyond belief and is quite absolutely amazing. I'm nowhere near that, but I'm going to show you what it can do to your playing versus what it won't do. So let's check it out. All right, for our first demonstration, we're just going to do a little simple lick riff thing. Let's get right into it. That was all down picking. Now I'm going to try and replicate that with a little bit of alternate picking. What you'll notice is a little bit of the attack and clarity is kind of gone. So let's check it out. In my opinion, alternate picking is a little bit easier, but down picking, if you really put the time and effort into it, you're going to become an amazing player. It really can define your skills as a player. Check it out, and a simple exercise, all you have to do is just kind of sit there and just walk down your fretboard. That's all you got to do. It really builds up your skill. You'll really notice it in your forearm. It's a crazy exercise, but it makes you who you are. Give it a check out. We're going to move on to part number 3. Check it out. We're back with lesson number 3, and what we got going on here is a little bit of alternate picking, which you know, everybody should know. It's just that. So instead of just going which is down picking, you're going to take your pick and you're going to alternate between up and down strokes. So you're going to go 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. And what this does is it allows you to play quite a bit faster. You can play some faster, harder riffs, and as you get better, you can progress towards, you know, just going fast on strings, more than one string at a time. It really opens up and broadens your playing. It also really defines who you are, and what you do with it is yours. It's nobody else's. It's yours and yours alone. So let's go take a look at a couple of riffs. Alright, our first riff is based off of a As I Lay Dying riff. It's not exactly the same, but it's kind of geared towards it. I just really like these guys. They have absolutely amazing music. Go check them out. As I Lay Dying. Alright, our first riff, we are going to start out with some alternate picking. Alright, so that was alternate picking, which is taking your pick and going like this. Or, you know, you can do a lot of different things, you know. That's kind of more of a tier 2, which is more of like a gallop. So that was alternate picking. Now we're going to look at that same riff with down picking. I'm not the best down picker, so I'm going to do my best for this demonstration. Much harder down picking, but that does not mean give up and go straight to alternate picking. It means get better at your down picking. So what we see with alternate picking is it allows you to play quite a few more things a little bit easier and a little bit faster, and it's a little bit more fun, honestly. Well, you know, the next demonstration will be down picking many strings at once and versus alternate. We're going to start with alternate first, and we'll see how this goes. I'm going to switch up to my neck pickup, and we're going to check it out. So that was alternate. Not the greatest demonstration, but I had fun doing it. So, next we're going to look at down picking that, which this will not be the same riff, but it's going to be generally the same idea. So let's try and check it out, and you'll see. Obviously, it's much harder and much more difficult. Much harder. I managed to throw in some alternate picking in there, so don't do that. But focus a lot on your alternate, and it'll make you an amazing and awesome player. It really builds up speed and helps you get faster and be cool. Alright guys, let's move on to the next two things. The next two things will be exercises that I recommend. So let's check it out. Alright guys, for the next two things, we are going to be looking at some exercises. Two of these I use almost all the time before I warm up. Others, you know, before a show, and stuff like that. Or if you just want to impress your friends with some cool looking stuff. Alright, so the first one is going to be utilizing all four fingers. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to start on your G and your B strings. So what you're going to want to do is just walk up your G string. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then on your B string, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to slide up 1 onto your B. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to basically ascend and then descend. Let's do that so you guys can hear it a little bit better. So basically you're going to do 8 bars of ascending and descending. And so you're going to do that all the way up your neck. So you're going to go. And then from there, you're just going to walk it right back. And that's it for the first warm-up. It does its job and it does its tricks really well. Let's move on to the last and final thing. Alright guys, this next exercise is a bit of a doozy. My guitar teacher taught me this probably about 1.5 years ago. It really takes some concentration and some practice. It really also warms your hands up. What we're going to be doing is kind of forming an X pattern. So I'm going to run the scale, lick, pattern, whatever you would like to call it, and then we're going to try and break it down a little bit. So, here we go. Messed up a little bit there at the end, but it's all cool. So what you're doing is you're basically forming an X with your every 2 strings. So you're going to repeat this pattern every set of strings. So you're going to start on your high E. So what you're doing, you're going to start on 8, 7 onto your B string, 6, 5, back over to your B string. You're going to go 8, 7 again, down to your E string, 2, 6, 5. So you're going to repeat that all the way up your guitar. So. Repeat that all the way back up your guitar, and then once you get to about here, you're going to switch. So you're going to go. So it'll be, then you're going to start ascending. You're going to go. And so what that does is it makes you go down your neck. And so what we do here is 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is your lick. And it takes a while to learn. I'm going to play it one more time, nice and slowly, for anybody who'd actually like to learn it, and it's a really cool lick. So I'm going to get a little bit closer to the camera and go to classical style and play it. So here we go. Crap. And alright guys, that is our final lick of the day and lesson. I hope you guys all enjoyed, and I will see you for one last talk. Alright guys, that was my top 5 tips for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am just starting, so this whole recording thing is a little new to me, so I might have messed up in these videos here and there. But I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a little something. I hope for anybody to learn something, whether you're a beginner or an intermediate player. This is what I do, and I'm really excited to come to YouTube and have fun and show you guys stuff. So thank you guys so much for any support that happens. If you guys like the videos or want to see anything more, leave comments or a like, and I'll be happy to make some more videos. Thanks, guys.